Okay, good morning, everybody. That should be correct. Whoop. It seems a little loud, but you guys are gonna have to let me know. As the big good morning, sir. How are you today? I seen you had some new neighbors, and I'm very, very happy for you. Like, all right. Okie doke. Mario, just chill a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. Let's see, where are you on 18? Let's just put him down to 13 so we can just have a nice, relaxing, quiet stream. Yeah, when I was still in high school, we had a family of birds that were living out of, sometimes you have this like contraptions built to the outside of like garages and things that you like spool hose around, like hose caddies. We had a family of birds in one of those one time, and like it was really interesting because they were very loud, but it was so cool seeing them. Not really seeing them grow up. I was like, you would see like the birds in your. Okay, what are you doing actually? What are you? What? How are you doing new stuff? That shouldn't be. Okay, well, I'm pushing down and right currently. There we go, down and right. Okay, so left and right are the same, but up and down have been alternated. That is beautiful. I love that so much. Okay. But, yeah, having a family of birds grow up outside of your home. I apologize, I'm just kind of like baffled by everything that's going on right now. Either way, it was a nice experience. They only like stay that way for like the year. I don't know how long it takes birds to grow up, but it was within the year that they were like fully grown and ready to move out. But I love animals, so it was really interesting for me. Okay, we're currently at 84 stars today, and actually, we did pretty well last time. We got 2 stars in TikTok Clock, and then we got the red switch cap, 8 red, the fly cap, which that's also very difficult. I had assumed it would have been. But we need a goal today. We need a level to chip away at. So, actually, let me go in here. Big, I don't know if anyone else is here yet, / wants to be. I don't know. I don't want to say yet because that implies that people are just going to keep showing up, and set your goals low, bees. You never know. Sometimes. Ellie, please stop yelling at me. I love you. Come here. Come here. You can climb on my desk, just don't yell at me. I've got a weird setup where now there's like an end table between my desk and the dresser that they climb on. So now she's like on the end table just looking at me, meowing like, Like you can climb over, just don't yell at me, please. Alright, there we go, she's sweet. Yeah, you said you were, I'm not sure if you're nearing the end of it, but a lovely vacation with you and Jackson the puppy. Total sweetheart. Thank you again for posting that picture of him in the Discord. Periodically, I like to see how he's doing because it makes my heart happy. Was just sweet. He posted a picture of Ellie in there. I was going to post another picture, but we'll do that after. Okay, so Big, I'm going to ask you, and if anyone else happens to be here, I don't think there is anyone. It says 2 viewers, but I'm never sure if that number's right. I'll give you the choice here. Shifting Sandland, we need to get the 8 reds. We need to get the 5 secrets. We need the 100 coins. Wet Dry World, we need most of the stars here. Same with Tall Tall Mountain and Tiny Huge Island. And then TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride. We went to TikTok Clock last stream, so I'm trying to divide these by like the floor that you encounter them on. So we're talking about, because if I do one of them, it's going to be, I'm going to go for all of them in that level. And whether or not we actually get all of them will be up for debate, but if we do, we can switch, but it's probably not going to happen. So Shifting Sandland, you feel? Oh. Shifting Sandland, I've only got 3 to get. Those white ones are the ones I've already got. If that's the way your heart tells you, we'll go to Shifting Sandland. I was just really hoping you wouldn't say Shifting Sandland, but so this is me stalling. Okay, let's do this. Apologize, I'm still drinking my coffee. Shifting Sandland has never been kind to us, not even a little bit. Oh, it is a very mean level. Alright. But you know, that is the level we got our hat back in, so actually, I mean, it could be worse. Alright. And at some point we may change. I've been really trying to do a thing where, like, if we try to focus on one level in particular for that stream, but we can change though, you know. Nah, I mean, that's what we're here for, the pain. I just, if it, like, that's the thing. You picked one that I probably wouldn't have picked, and that's like why I ask, because if it were left up to me, we would never go there. We would just never go there. So this is my way of making sure everything's covered. So I mean, it's a good thing. I'm just not happy about it. Big. Thank you. Good friend. Yes. Okay. Come on, Mario. We gotta go do things that we don't want to do on camera. Ellie agrees. Hey, sweetheart. You're not in trouble. Why do you... I love her so much. She's always just so high-strung. At a moment's notice, she'll like, oh my god. She yelled at me, and then I went to go pet her, and she just jumped off my desk like, you weren't in trouble. Just an abundance of energy. Okay. And besides these, like I said, we do have TikTok Clock. We need to finish off. A couple stars there. Rainbow Ride, we have almost all of the stars there. Big Boo's Haunt, we have 1 left. So like there's a couple with 1 left. There's oh god. There's a few hidden castle stars. Whoa, my... Okay. The hidden castle stars that we have left to do. Each of the Bowser 8 reds, I believe, because we were going after the first one for a while, but I don't think we actually got it. We got very close, but we didn't get it. So in each of the 3 Bowser levels, there's 8 red coins also. And we need to do all of those still. There's the 8 red coin in the blue cap switch area. So like we did the 8 reds in the red cap switch, we still have to do the 8 reds in the blue cap switch, which is just okay. Owen Miles Kernick, good morning, sir. How are you today? Hope you are doing well. Take care of yourself. I accidentally just slept for 15 hours. It was weird. Okay, Mario, could you cooperate, please? Oh my god, now he can't. He just refuses to walk now. Okay. Mario? Oh, yeah. I mean, if everything's gonna be moving towards me, right? Oh god, okay, hold on. Oh, Pong time. If everything's moving towards me, I could just snag eight reds this way, right? No, 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 no! Get away from me! Oh my god, these... They're called Tox boxes, those boxy bros. Hold on. Oh, emergency. Oh god, emergency. Defoe, good morning. I appreciate you stopping by. I do. You are wonderful company. I haven't got to see you in a little bit, so I appreciate that. Okay. No, I actually slept for 15 hours. It was bizarre because of a weird combination of medicine and depression. Okay. For shopping. It is 1/4 past. So you're in the west part of Europe, because I know there's the time change. Because some of our like Austrian, German, that side of the time change. That's 6 hours. I know England and 5 hours. That's interesting to me. Yeah, we have so many hive mates from Europe now. Give me one moment. I think family, so I'm going to close my door just so it doesn't get too loud. Sweetie. Hi. Come on. Alright, she's getting smarter. I gotta get the laser pointer out to trick her into coming in here. Okay. Because she wants to be in. Well, if you've ever met a cat, they don't want to be anywhere. They just hate it when the door's closed. Ooh, I'm assuming someone just hosted, because that's what that noise usually. Oh, and Miles, thank you for the host. Appreciate for that, sir. You are fantastic. Should have checked how many reds we have, because okay. We want to pause as little as possible. 6. That actually helps for once. I want to pause as little as possible because this game has 2 different codes. One of them, okay, we know which ones they are. They're actually just the 2 in the middle. Okay. Right. So, we've got a couple options. The easiest one here would be to fly over to that half of the level, grab a new wing cap switch, and then go from there. Because I really would prefer not to. Okay, there we go. I prefer not to go through the whole level on foot because we can just die very easily. Mario could. He's doing the tripping thing. No, thank you for the host. Yes. You good? My God, look at it. Oh no, I slept for a very, very long time. I wasn't planning on sleeping that long, not even close. Fell asleep at 1 a.m., woke up at 4 p.m. Planned on going to sleep earlier, hence the 1 a.m. because I was hoping to do some of this earlier because I've been enjoying doing this in the morning. Oh my Jesus. I'm so upset about this whole situation. Oh my God. He's lagging and like the camera's switch like rapidly changing. I love fish. It's just yeah, like I love fish. I just never get to have it. It's always so expensive. And I'm such a what's the word? Beefy boy. There we go. I'm chunky. chonking around. I need to eat a lot of food. Alright, cat status, that too. Oh my god. Not bad. Okay, so Ellie is finally getting to where she's settling down in my room. I lured her in here with the laser pointer. Now she's laying on my desk being a sweetheart. Okay, that's not going to work. Why is everything moving? Nope. Nope. Alright, well, we can try that again. Cat status is very important. Thank you for that. Miles, I'm currently upstairs. Ooh, okay, this is not great. Okay, that's actually better. Because Mario's doing this thing where, okay, yeah, it's very hard to control him right now. I don't want him to, no, accidentally die. Mario, you can do whatever you want, just don't, just stop, go, oh my god, there's so much instant death in this level. Okay, Mario, stop it. Running around at the speed of sound. Okay, I'm upstairs, there's 2 bedrooms up here, no. Okay, Mario, knock it off. Oh my god, we've got 6 reds. Okay, Mario, work with me here. I'm mad at you. Okay, Miles is in the other bedroom up here. It's sort of like a guest bedroom, but it's like empty. It's got like a mattress. No, why would you? It's got like a. Okay, you gonna stay there? If I leave you like this, are you gonna stay there? There's a mattress on the side in there and like a plastic Christmas tree. He likes to spend a lot of time laying on that sideways mattress. He climbs on top of it. He likes it up there. Out of the way, and it's high up, and it's kind of warm in there, but not really. So he spends a lot of his time in there when he's not in my room. So that's where he is. And then Bella is downstairs. There's this dining room with like several windows, so it's a lot of really nice natural lighting. But and there is a rocking chair that she has kind of claimed for her own. She loves that rocking chair so much. So that's where she's napping. Basically, all 3 of them are napping, but I gotta tell you where they're napping at. Well, I mean, Ellie's cleaning herself, so she's not napping. And that is very important. And so thank you for the cat status. I love talking about them. Are you still doing this? Miles. God, every time I go to say Mario, it's Miles, and the opposite is also true. Alright, Mario, I'm not resetting. We have 6 reds. I can wait. Right? Mario? You done? You can knock it off, maybe? Come on. Okay. Go. Hey, shooting star. Nature's beautiful. Alright. Oh, very unfortunate. Right. Okay, my buttons got switched. Oh, you love that. Right. Okay, yeah. I forget to account for that pulley effect because things will be delocated to other places, and I just never think about that until I'm like where the box should be, and it's not. I mean, that makes this bit a lot easier if I'm able to control Mario. Okay, that worked. Problem is now I need a wing cap to get those reds. Oh, no, don't do that. That's a star. No. So I need a wing cap to get the 8 reds, but like now there's kind of an issue. Where are they? Can I just tag them from that? Okay, fine. Yeah. I mean, it just reset everything, so I guess that's good. Alright. Speaking of Miles, I think he heard me close my door, so he's at my door. Give me a second. Nope, just people downstairs stomping around. Okay, alright, fine. Okay, we're getting there, you guys. Another shooting star. Wonderful. Between the lag and the lowered gravity high jumps, that is just atrocious. There we go. Really? I'm so upset about this whole situation. Oh my god, Mario. Come on. I hate you. I hate you so much, Mario. You good? Oh my god, Big, I just remembered. I added a new joke specifically for you. Because you're a computer wizard, so I acquired a computer joke for you. And hopefully it makes sense. Because, yeah, that's kind of why we're here. Not to make sense, God no, but to tell good jokes. Alright, alright. No. Mario. No, this one's free. Go ahead and refund yourself for that. I offered, I volunteered because I'm excited about it. I appreciate you, I do, but yeah, this is on the. Really? Really? I've never in my life had one of those tornadoes just throw me somewhere. Really? I'm mad. Fine. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Fine. Okay. So, a young boy and his father were at a rock concert. And the boy notices that they're kind of they're standing kind of funny. Half of the band is on one side of the stage, the other half is on the other side of the stage. So the boy asks his father, he's like, "What's the deal?" And the father responds, "Well, you see, son, the speed is determined by the bandwidth." I didn't say it was funny, I said it was good, okay? Don't hold me to an unrealistic standard of jokes, okay? Because the band's really wide now, they're okay, you know. Well, Mario, would you knock it off, please? Because I don't want you to be jumping over there. Their speed is determined by the bandwidth, Big. You see, the band is extra wide right now, so they're playing faster. I'm pretty sure that's what bandwidth is. But I came across it, Mario, and okay, and you know, I decided that it was important. Like, you know, I don't know enough about computers to have actually good jokes, so you know, I'm doing the best I can. Mario, really? You got you good? it's all thanks to you. Hi, Ellie. Come here. I know, yeah, you climbed on my desk and you yelled at me, so now I'm going to pick you up because I'm your dad and I'm allowed to do that. Hi. Hi. How you doing? Okay, unhook from my shirt, please, ma'am. Thank you. What? Cat pics are very important. Appreciate you for that. Oh, and Big agrees. They're adorable cats. I'm assuming they're the same cats and it's not just a happy coincidence. Wonderful. Okay. Right, we gotta get them all over again because the... Right, okay, yeah, that's fair. That doesn't make me sad at all. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, like I love them so much, but cats just have like little razors coming out of their fingers, and it's not their fault, you know. But you know, you also don't like getting sliced. Also, I give you guys bee facts all the time. How about a cat fact? You wouldn't know it by looking at me. You're like, bees know stuff about cats? What? Really? Nah, that's a lie. You're lying to me. You're in my own home. I promise I know cat facts. So let me hit you with a... No! I hate you so much. Did that kill me or not? Because I won't know until it lands. You're just drawing it out, aren't you? I hate you, game. Really? You think that's necessary? Because I promise you it's not. They were both the non-lethal kind. What's the likelihood of that? That never happens. Sure. Fine. Good, actually. Just weird. It's not very often you get nice things. Right, cat fact. Did you know... Cat fact. Did you know that if you declaw your cats, you're a monster? Cat fact. There you go. Free one, even. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, it hurts, they slice you open, they'll ruin furniture, but like, you know, that's what you sign up for, really, honestly. That is adorable, but also I feel that in my soul, I feel that. So which one are we missing? Buddy, get away from me. Personal space. There we go, okay. Well, I can't see where Mario is, that makes this whole thing much more difficult on this area. Okay. I'm gonna do the risky thing. I'm gonna go after the one out of this area because it's very easy to die in here if I can't see Mario. At any moment, he could just start getting flung a direction I wouldn't even know. So you can't account for it that way. Okay. And hopefully we can get Mario back. The bird did just steal my hat. Did he though? Hold on, I don't think he did, because he wouldn't be dive bombing me if he did. Looks like he did. Yeah. Bird, if you didn't steal my hat and I'm missing my hat right now, I will destroy you. Well, where's my hat then, game? Ah. Or he, does he? I don't, God, fine, we'll get the hat back. Alright, just... Well, we had 7. And we still have our hat, so you know what? That's a good thing. Trapped in purgatory. Oh. But no, Ellie. Like, that's just a... weirdly consistent. Quicksand? No? Alright, well, cool. Probably once I get a few red stars, or red coins, yeah, I'll do that. You know... Okay, we're back at it. Let's try this again. But no, as a cat parent, I've accepted that sometimes I'll just find like new scratch marks on my arms and not know where they come from. What even is this? You just end up with scratches on your arms that you don't remember getting, and you just, like, you know where they're from, but it's funny how you don't notice them until, like, after. Okay. Cool. Shouldn't have paused though. Don't know if I finished my thought from earlier, but this game has 2 codes. One of them makes it so if you pause, you can die. The other one makes it so if you unpause, it could throw you out of the level. You know, Mario, I feel like you're fighting me on this. It's gonna be a long one today, guys. Ooh. Okay. But besides that, how are you guys? Big, I know you're getting a vacation, getting a lot of powerful, relaxing done. Good. What have you been up to? Or nothing. You know, sometimes you go on vacation, you want to do nothing. That is very important. Your nothing time. Very important. Owen Miles, what about you? Oh, you know, Owen Miles is taking off. I appreciate him for showing up. Appreciate him for the host. I hope the rest of your day goes fantastically, and I'm sure I'll see you around. We got 6 the one time, we got 7 the other time. The game's just being mean to us. I'm gonna reset. We got 1 more life, but I'm resetting. I think what it is because really the longer you go with the game on, the game has a habit of introducing codes faster than the codes wear off. So if you're playing for an extended period of time, you'll just end up, it'll be nearly unplayable. So you reset every once in a while. Typically I do that when I get a game over. But like with more difficult ones like this, I sometimes have to do it early. Otherwise, you just don't stand any kind of chance. Oh, nap time. I know what that's like. Like I said, 15 hours. That's that was weird to wake up to. I take a bunch of sleeping pills, and I think they like accumulate inside of my body. So when I do sleep, it ends up being like 15 hours. And what with the depression and whatnot, if I'm able to sleep, I do. So if I wake up at any point, I just immediately try falling back asleep, which usually works, and that's a good thing. You know what it's like not wanting to be awake. Whoop. All right, there we go. We made it, team. Okay. Alright. No, no, no. No. Alright. We made it. I've been currently taking a break from the Isaac and Gungeon stuff. Really? It just hasn't been, what? Okay. This hasn't been exciting me like it used to. Okay. So the whole thing is like, if I'm going to be doing something on here, I'd really like it to be something that's more interesting than just the regular game. And the Gungeon, I really just have been playing like a playthrough of the regular game. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But also, I don't know if it's just because I played a lot of Gungeon. God, really? This level is being so mean to us. Doing that awful camera thing. Okay, I don't think I can do a successful pivot jump like this because when he turns, the camera swings and I need to hold hard the opposite direction. So instead of holding the opposite direction, he just does a giant twirl in the air. There's just no way to do a pivot jump like that. Oh, and we're getting increased gravity. That would also do it. Both of them would. We get both. Okay, well, I guess we're going after these ones. Alright. I mean, technically we don't even need on the roof of that one. Like, that's not actually required, just makes you go through this level faster. Mario, you good? That's what I mean. Passing through here's a liability. So, like, I prefer to fly over here if I can, but there's that one red that we need. So it's like, we do really have to pass through here at some point, or else get that code where the coins fly at you. Did he steal my hat? Probably. It seemed like he contacted us, so I'd be surprised if he didn't. Mario, can you duck or something? Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, you're missing your hat. Really? If you knew how little control I had of Mario right now, you would be shocked to your core. I can't do anything. He won't stop moving, and it seems like the direction I push has nothing to do with anything. Can I just... Yeah, wait for that to wear off, I guess. while we're here, I can actually get you the real cat fact, I suppose. I kind of feel obligated to give you an actual cat fact. Now, don't get me wrong, the first one I gave you was a fact. Not necessarily a cat fact, really. I mean, yeah, kind of. Not about cats, but you know. I mean, if we're being fair, I am also playing Super Mario 64. So that checks out. So all of the sprites have been distorting and shrinking, so even if the bird did come back here, we wouldn't be able to see him. So like, let's just get out of here. Oh, the red coins would have two though, wouldn't they? You see, regular coins there, can't see them until you interact with them. All of the assets were shrunk. So we're just gonna take the death and restart the level. Unfortunate, but you know, nothing we can do about it. Cat fact. You know, cats, a lot of people recognize that animals see things differently than people do. You know, like color blindness is a big one. A lot of people know that dogs are colorblind. Not necessarily in the way that you might think though, because it's not exactly always like black and white. In fact, it's rarely black and white. Color blindness in people is almost always red-green colorblind. They can't differentiate the colors red and green. That's the most common type for people. But cats, they will see things in varying shades of gray and blue. And the thing about colors, if you were to shift all of the visible colors we can see to red and blue, red and blue are actually nearly identical. They take up the exact same, they have the same brightness, they would appear almost identical to each other. So in the gray-blue color blindness spectrum, red is just blue. Are we just like way up here, or what happened? What happened to me? Jesus Christ. Just die. Please just die. He just went immediately just like as high as he could go, and he would refuse to go downward. He was just up. Okay. But no, they see all grays and blues. Which is the reason why I tell people, if you're getting a toy for your cats, like, the type of toy absolutely matters. But as far as color goes, you're usually better off with a red or a blue, because they see red and blue better than any other color. That's the color they see the clearest. Everything else ends up like slightly grayer, depending, or very grayer. But red and blue show up the clearest for them. Hey Mario.
Hello.
Hi. He do be red and blue. That is like 100% of his character. Redness and blueness. And he's also the devil. Okay, fine. We're in Rainbow Ride, sure. Ooh. The game's not holding back at all today. You notice that? It is. Ooh. The game's being very antagonistic today. It is abrasive, let me tell you. Game's going hard. The game saw that we had 84 stars and we're getting there, and it's like, oh, hold up. Allow me to try. You do be spicy, that is accurate. What about other cat facts? Do you know cats, kidneys are so... Their digestion's so efficient. Their kidneys are so good at what they do. Stray cats, when they eat actual animals, like not necessarily like canned cat food or especially dry cat food, but if they're actually hunting and eating like they would as a stray, they don't actually need to drink water. Their body filters out all of the moisture from the food they eat, and their body just sustains itself on that. It's just the moisture of the meat they eat is the liquid they use to survive. And of course, house cats don't work in a similar way because what is even happening? House cats don't work in a similar way, but that's how strays do it though. Oh yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of hydrating. Hydration. Hold on. Stop pausing the game, please. Bees, you gotta stop pausing the game. Oh my god. If we have enough people at the end of the stream, I really would like to get a raid done because we haven't had a chance to use that raid emote yet. It is my son at my door. Hi. Hi. Hey, sweetie. He is, and he's purring really loudly. I love him so much. They don't like closed doors, so if they see me with my door closed, they kind of just like meander over, like, "Hey, Dad, why is the door closed? Let me in." I didn't care a moment ago, but now the door's closed. Can we agree that the game is just being very mean today? Like, what is this? The game has never been this, like, cruel to me. It's just being very, very mean. Right? Fine, yeah, I may as well have just taken damage. What is hitting me? Did all of the enemies turn like the sprites shrunk? Okay. That's fine. That happens all the time. What is hitting me? What just killed me? Oh god. Boy, you said it, Mario. That's what I mean. I knew shifting Sandland was going to be atrocious today, but I don't know if the game's ever been this mean before. Like, this is just awful. Hey, Bubba. What are you doing? You can climb on my desk if you want to, just don't cause trouble. He doesn't understand. When Miles sees an opportunity for trouble, his brain just refuses to think of anything else. It just homes in on the trouble. He sees something he's not supposed to interact with. That's all he can think about. I love him dearly. He's a sweetheart. But, he just causes so much trouble. I'm watching you. You can nap on my desk all you want. I welcome it. But also, I'm watching you. Okay. Whip. No. Mario just... God. Okay. Every once in a while he does this thing where if you push the button, he can't go in small amounts. He has to, like, lunge that way. Makes a lot of this very difficult. Right, buttons got switched, and I can't stop. Okay, I was moving backwards. Lovely. Best thing you can do in this situation is find a slope like this, because you can see he's still moving backwards. That's why he's on the hill like this. So you can just wait him out. It's unfortunate, but he's not in any actual danger this way until like the Pong shows up. Alright. Remember, Miles, if you attack the mouse or keyboard while I'm doing this, you're grounded. Okay, so he can't stop tripping, so I can't walk. So we're limited to jumping places. But also the sprites got messed up, so I very well may not be able just to see the coins, which is going to be an issue. Miles, come on. I just told you not to do that.
For Mario.
Hi. Be good. Okay, our buttons got switched back. I wish the camera would straighten up, but if that's the worst of our problems, the janky tilted camera, I guess that's fine. There are worse things that it could be doing. Did you really? Again? Ah, fine. He does this thing where he goes upward like this and he just keeps lunging back upward. Still tripping. Still tripping. Backwards. Has it just like been a long time and I forgot what this game was like? Because I remember, but like, when is it ever this bad? Alright, Miles, you're gonna start playing with my mouse. You can go lay down. Yep, there you go. Remember when I told you not to do that? I know, I was there too. Okay. What? I love him dearly. I would run into a burning building for him. I would push him out of the way of a train. But he gets on my nerves so badly some days. That's the thing about having a kid. You just because you love them doesn't mean you're not allowed to be irritated at them. There you go. Couldn't see Mario. Increased gravity. And jumping suddenly started hurting me. That is just like that. Let's see what I mean. It's just, why is it being like this all of a sudden?
It's me, Mario.
God damn.
Hello. Okie dokie.
Okay. I mean, Big really has heart set on shifting Sandland though, so that's what we're doing. But like, game, if you could calm down a little bit, that'd be great. Nah, I said that specifically because I knew you were gonna say something like that in response. It's intended as a joke. You just have to understand that I'm not very funny. Just joking around. That's very important. Big, I appreciate you. Appreciate lurking. Appreciate Jackson. Make sure you spend some time with him. He's a very precious puppo and needs family time. He needs to be happy, so you focus on that. Oh my. Defoe, I've got an update. You just reminded me because you said this seems stressful. Funny coincidence. It is. So like that's actually funny that you said that. I'm joking. It's just like I'm having a good time. I really am. It's just like this thing is brutal sometimes. Because when Chaos Mario decides it's your time to go, it's your time to go. There's nothing you can do about it. And I recognize that. I knew that coming in. So like I'm not getting too upset when we die, but it's like, game, you alright? Did someone like cut you off in traffic this morning? Are you okay? Feels like you're being a little extra mean today. Right, can't triple jump because if we double jump we take damage, right? That's fair? Yeah, Chaos Mario is just being extra mean today. The rate we're going, it's been an hour. Last stream, we got the first 2 stars in the first like 20 minutes. Then we only got 1 more star for the rest of the stream, but still. It's been an hour. We got a star yet. And so far we've never gone a full stream without getting stars. And I say stars plural because I think at our absolute lowest we got 2, maybe 3. I think maybe 3 actually, yeah. I appreciate you for that because I need this. I need the strength. I need you guys to believe in me. Okay, Mario. So I appreciate that. Come on, Luigi. Let's get that bread. Luigi. Guys, L's real. Oh god. Okay. Lost your baby. Gotcha. Okay. is this? What's happening?
It's me, Mario.
Sure is. Usually.
Hello.
Hey.
Okie dokie.
What's happening? Alright, let's go back in the desert. Die a bunch. Oh my god. We've got 84 stars. We are more than 2/3 the way done. The game is just being extra abrasive today. Miles agrees. Miles, I love you so much. You're contributing to my stress, Miles. I love you. Stop. Ah. You know what else is really tired? Cars.
It's me, Mario.
Usually.
Hello.
I gotta think this is the way the game was meant to be played, right? Shigeru Miyamoto was like, yes, my vision has finally become a reality. Okay. There we go. Nailed it. Guys, I think there's something wrong with my copy of Mario 64.
Let's go. Let's go.
It was then that I knew something about this copy of Mario 64 wasn't normal. Let's be good morning. Remember how all those old creepypastas used to start? Oh my god, back in the day.
I'm tired.
I did, how are you today, friend? I hope you're doing well. I welcome you to the stream because I'm losing my mind right now. This game's being extra mean today. Alright, Mario, just hang out here on this hill for a while until you start acting right. I'm gonna drink some coffee and try not to cry. Last night for Spooky July, I did a whole bunch of creepypasta games. Like that whole Sonic.exe thing. People have been making games based on the creepypastas of games. So like Sonic.exe I was playing. Stuff like that.
It's me, Mario.
And we haven't got a star yet. It's just, this game is mean sometimes, but rarely ever is it this mean. It is doing its best. And if you had to go a whole stream without getting at least like 2 or 3 stars. Like, I think 3 maybe. I'd have to go back and look. I'm having a rough time, so just excuse me for a second while I pimp out my YouTube. Got a YouTube channel, same name, 3000 Bees, one word. All of these are on there. but also all of the hurtings, all of the pacifist games. Spooky July stuff's on there, in case you feel like your Saturday, really. Okay, in case you feel like your Saturday needs to be a little more spooky.
Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Alright, Defoe, Luxby, I appreciate both of you. Want to help me pick a new level. I'm not feeling shifting Sandland anymore. Because, contrary to popular belief, I actually don't want to cry on stream anymore. If I can help it. They were hit and miss. I didn't do as many of them as I wanted. There's a few of them I hadn't done, and I'm going to be holding off until to do them on October. I'm calling it Spooky July October Edition. But there's a few of them. Okay, options. So we ended up with, let's see, which one was I was saying? Okay, Wet Dry World, Tall Tall Mountain, Tiny Huge Island, those three, because you've already been upstairs. So Wet Dry World, Tall Tall Mountain, or Tiny Huge Island. Ugh, need a new level. Oh god. And if we're being fair, Luxby, each of those I did at like 9 p.m. my time, which is like 2 a.m. for you, like just starting out. Because I needed to do them after dark because I would like turn my lights off and whatnot. Luxby, what about you? Tall Tall Mountain? You think that sounds right? Let's start heading that way because they're all in the same direction anyway. Yeah, like they were at night by design because I wanted like to be able to turn the light off and have it be dark. But they are up there. There's a few that was just chatting stream. I was ranking Candy. We did a horror monster tournament, like fighting each other. That was a lot of fun. That might have been my favorite. We okay, doke. I appreciate it, Defoe. I'm glad you did get to stop by for a little bit. Appreciate your company. Hopefully you have a good dinner. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Yeah, we did a horror monster tournament, which was a lot of fun. And then we ranked a bunch of skeleton characters based on how good they would be as a parent, which I think was like really fun too. Like how good would they be as a dad? It was fantastic. I loved it. So those were probably the most fun we did, but there was also the creepypasta thing. Really? Oh god. And then we played a few just horror games. And mostly those weren't that great, to be honest. Like, they were mostly just like kind of like boring. Because like, I wasn't expecting the games to be very scary at all, really. Like, honestly. Scary video games, they never seem to be scary, unfortunately. But, so, like, some of them were better games than others, but none of them were that scary. Except for Layers of Fear. Layers of Fear, oh, I'm going back to play more Layers of Fear sometime. Like I said, we're going to be doing Spooky July October Edition. The joke being that you could just call it Halloween. Because Halloween's in October. And that's the spooky day. Nah. Spooky July. October edition. I try really hard to be funny. Yeah. But Layers of Fear, I was about crying. I got done with the stream, I was shaking so bad I couldn't like type. It was wacky. I've never been scared like that before. Just period. Full stop. Never been scared like that before. Okay, the Z button hurts you, right? Hey, thank you, I'm glad. Coming from you, Luxby, that is saying quite a bit because that is, you bring the humor to the team. You're the comedic heart of the channel. I go back and watch the VODs a lot because I want to make sure I didn't say anything too stupid. I want to make sure the audio's right. I just, want to make sure it turned out well. And all of the the funniest things that get said on the channel are just you saying stuff, and I'm like, I would love to be... Are you okay, Mario? Can you just... I'd love to be jealous, but I have a hard time. It's difficult, Don't hate someone for being that funny. Okay, Mario, you okay? There we go. I'm trying to get at is that you are hilarious. He's just doing this thing where he's facing the camera. And I can't tell which direction he's actually facing. So it makes things like swimming very difficult. Because when you're swimming, you don't have to push a direction. You just push the swim button and he goes in front of him. Oh, God. Mario, I will crucify you. Don't even. Don't even. What's happening? Why is my life like this? Wow. I mean, I can tell you that. Let's go, Mario. Let's just... Okay. Alright. We're just slow and steady, Mario. Okay. He didn't listen to me. Oh, alright. Just die, please. Just die. I mean, I'm a little upset. I apologize. It might have got a little heated just now. So I'm sorry for that. But kind of meant it. Mario?
It's me, Mario.
Don't even start, Mario. I'm just stop. In fact, I'm not feeling this one restarting again. There we go. Yep. Felt like that was necessary.
It's me, Mario.
Mario and I got off on the wrong foot that time.
Hello. Okie dokie.
So far, so good. Everything seems to be fine. Actually, yeah, now I'm a little concerned. What's the game about to do to me where it's saving up its power? Oh, God. The chair I'm sitting on just disappears. Or something. Okay, he's tripping. Not the end of the world, actually. Yeah, like it's doing something. Still explosive mushrooms. That is...
Mamma mia.
This is my life now. Oh, God. Like, we can't... I don't want to set a precedent because I was going to say, like, we have to keep playing until we get at least 1 star, right? Because that's the goal. If we get at least 1 star every stream, then, like, eventually we'll do this thing, right? But, like, if I set that precedent, then all of a sudden we'll be at the very last star, the most difficult one. It'll be like a 20-hour stream and I just haven't been able to get it. And I don't want to just set that precedent, you know? But at the same time, if we finish this stream without any stars, oh god. Don't get me wrong, I'm having a fun time. We need to be making progress. Okay, there we go. Can I make this, please? Okay. The camera, wait for the camera. That cloudy boy over there's looking real threatening. There we go. Cloudy boy, get away from me. Alright. They will blow you off of the mountain. So I was really hoping he wasn't inclined to do that. What is happening? What is this? What is happening right now? Stop! No!
Mamma mia.
Violence. Okay. Alright. Yep. Oh, yep. No. Don't do violence. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. We're gonna keep going. One moment, please.
Let's go.
I didn't do that. He just jumped in the level on his own volition. Okay, well. We jinxed it. Luxby, let me just tell you, the game's cooperating now more than it was earlier. Still not great. It was worse. I mean, I don't know. I don't know things anymore. This game took my ability to know things away from me. All right, gotta get that bread though. We gotta get that bread. So we're gonna do that. It's the yeast we could do. People say get that bread because bread is made of dough, and dough is like an older slang word for money. Is that a thing? Either that or it's just a happy coincidence that bread and dough are so similar. Okay. That seems normal. Yeah, things like that just pop into my head sometimes. I'm not sure why. Okay. So, like, I'm not sure if there's a... Because it's either, like, a big coincidence, right? For that reason. Or there's a correlation, and I don't know if whoever, like, started calling it bread first, like, I'm not gonna... I don't know who it was, so it's, like, hard to say, right? But it seems like a very weird thing to do for that reason, right? Like, people call it dough, so I'm going to call it bread. I've got to think that interaction didn't happen. But at the same time, it would be a wild coincidence, wouldn't it? I've got another example of something like that, but it's very not family friendly, so we gotta not talk about that. But there's another example of slang terms that work the same way. It's always been very interesting to me. That 1-up is still exploding. We've reset the game several times. How is that code always at this part of the level? What is happening? Alright guys, I got bad news. We got even further to climb up. So you see, there's 2 stars right there. This level has just a couple floating in the air that you can just walk up and grab. But they're all at the top of the mountain. Speaking of bread, actually let me check OBS just to make sure it's doing what I wanted it to do. Okay, I've removed the badges from the chat on screen, and then it's in front of the camera and everything. Hold on, I did not intend that. There we go. So it's like, because on OBS chat, your guys' badges were there, and like moderator stamps and all that. So in some instances, when you guys had 2 or 3 next to your name, you couldn't even see the name. So I removed those. So hopefully now it's better for that reason. Not ignoring your message, I just needed to check to make sure that was working well. When I was like 11 and was confident I would be able to eat a loaf of bread in one sitting. They knew. Someone came rushing in. They're like, "Oh God, B, she's on her way for a loaf of bread." Shop owner was like, "The hubris of that child! We can't allow this. Close the store." There's like an old lady in the back perusing. They just throw her out. No, it's an emergency. Sirens are going off. Like the bread siren is going off. It's very important. Imagine how differently your life may have turned out if you would have done that. Either you could have been like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we both know that could have been like, I'm not sure where I'm taking this joke actually. Oh, damn, I'm sorry, my bad, I'm sorry. My brain is bad at things. I try really hard to get that right. My brain goes on autopilot and things come out of my face. Mario, just... Mario, I can't even swim when he's like this. But no, I like to think if you had gone through with it, there's a chance that you'd be like a celebrity or something right now. Wrote a book about it. That time you ate a loaf of bread. Is there a Lakitu here? I've got to think there is. Or, I don't know, he just ran away. See, the joke is it sounds, it's celebrity, but you put bread in there. That's okay, buddy. Okay, well, this is just, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I just see, okay. This is fine. You know, remember when I was really excited to get 70 stars because that's how many you need to beat the game? Remember that? And then I decided I needed to get 120. I remember that. What is this? Is this actually here? Okay, that's just visual. That still doesn't help me because now I don't know where it actually is. Okay, well, we're just gonna do one of these. take some sleeping pills. That's what we're gonna do. Remember, you start having sadness. Helps.
Let's go.
Alright. Okay. We're gonna get there. I believe in us. Just slow motion boulder coming at me. Oh, right. Can't walk again. That's fine. Sometimes you don't walk. But it's right there. It's right there. Mario? Okay, so we need to long jump through here, but Mario is refusing to walk. The star should be in there, moved over there. Can I still get it? Because that would require a very precise long jump, wouldn't it? And now it's just going to disappear because, okay, because life's not fair, right? Right. Life's funny that way. Stuff like that does happen from time to time. Usually due to drug abuse, but I mean, you know, it's not always easy out there. Things happen to people. I'm not going to judge, you know. Life's rough.
Mamma mia.
Okay. Mario, can you just... Okay. Continue.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness. So if anyone's keeping score at home, we got 0 stars today. Oh god, in my infinite hubris, I'm gonna make the statement that I know I shouldn't be making, but life's short and I need to punish myself for all of the sins I've committed in my lifetime. We can't finish one of these streams without getting a star. Oh god, that is... I'm gonna absolutely regret saying that, but here we are. So let's get that star, right? Yeah. If we get a star every stream, it's only gonna be like not including this one, that's 35 more streams. That's nothing. We got this. It's fine. It's fine. I recently, I have a lot of fun making thumbnails for videos on our YouTube. In case you want to stop by for that, just like, even if you don't watch the videos, just check out some thumbnails. I work really hard on them. They're bad, but, you know, hopefully in a fun way. Mario? There we go. Okay. But, I work really hard on them. And each of the Mario Chaos ones are really fun to do. I've recently made like 5 new ones. Because actually right now I only ever made 15 of these thumbnails. And then we've since, I think this is number 17 actually. Yeah, this is number 17. Where? No, I made 14 and this is number 16. Yes, okay, there we go. This is number 16. But since I've made through 20, so now I've got up to number 20 made ready. Either way, I just have a lot of fun making them. It's an excuse to get weird with it.
Let's go.
And all of my pacifist ones I have a lot of fun making. Herding is very straightforward, but like the herding ones are kind of boring, but the videos themselves, the herding actual streams I think are my favorite ones that I do. Like just period. Whip, okay. Mario, just... I may have to actually just abandon this level too, so I can go after any star I can find. Just any star. Just one star. Here's what I'm gonna do. Well, I've been doing this for an hour and 34 minutes. Okay, yeah, like, can't move Mario anymore. Yeah. I try to do these for at least 3 hours. Typically it's been about 3 hours exactly, mostly for most of my streams, which is apparently just a time that I've settled upon. But, so if it hits the 2-hour mark, I'm going to give it another 26 minutes in Tall Tall Mountain. And if we still don't have a star by the 2-hour mark, I'm just going to go and find any of them that I can. Like, we have to find one star. Okay. Appreciate you, Amber. I do. You're a good friend. I hope you get some good rest. Oh, Minecraft Mads. That sounds exciting too. I've since found out that there are bees in Minecraft, so I'm a lot more interested. Still haven't played it. Really? Luxby, do you play Minecraft? Because I know Sam Strawberry does, and I've got to think a couple other members of our community. You can do like a Minecraft server, right, where it's like, hey, okay, there we go, yeah. Just as I was, trying to think of I just instinctively went to Shifting Sandland. What? Oh my god, Jesus. Okay, fine. Oh. Well, that's what I was gonna say. If you guys, if you can do like a server for like the Hive, or not specifically you, but like if that were a thing that were possible, would you guys like be into it? Because if that was a thing, if you guys were into it, and we had people that actually wanted to keep doing it, I wouldn't mind paying for it whenever it got renewed again, however long that would be. If that were an issue, I don't know if we would even bump into that 1500 mark, but if it's for the Hive, I wouldn't mind paying for it. I have never done it, but I know a couple people in our community have asked if I would, and I think that'd be a really nice way for us to all hang out sometime. Up to you guys. I mean, I could bring it up in the Discord. I went to Shifting Sandland again. I'm too busy thinking about fun Minecraft times with the community. Okay. I mean, your boyfriend can also be your friend. If you're dating someone, they should be your friend. That's why I say that all the time. The reason I don't understand the whole people complaining about the friend zone situation. Like, if you wouldn't want to be somebody's friend, why would you want to date them? I don't understand. Why would you date someone who's not your friend? Seems very unfortunate. Anywho, yes, okay, right. I could bring it up in the Discord, or if one of you guys wants to, up to you. Don't, like, I'm not pushing the job off on one of you guys, it's just, you know, in case you want to. If not, I won't. Because that's actually sounds kind of interesting now. But no, right, yes. Amber, you were getting some sleep. I appreciate you, and I hope you get some good rest. I ramble and my brain's a little hectic today, so I apologize. I'm really not trying to... I'm sorry. I I used to be a very unfortunate person. I've been over this a lot over the course of streaming. I used to be a very not good person. So I was very much one of those awful people. Like more interested in acquiring the person as a partner than actually wondering why, just because you wanted to be with them romantically. But I mean, I've since grown since then, so I'm happy about that. But regret. Used to be that kind of person. Not anymore, because yeah, like I said, it really doesn't make any sense. Other than like when you're young and have all these hormones and feelings, and you feel romantically towards someone, and you don't really think of what that all entails, the significance of that. But yeah, if you can't see someone as a friend that you care about, just okay. So I mean, we're starting this conversation. Give you my take on it because I'm sure you're all dying for some weirdo's opinion on the internet, right? But the way I feel about it is like, you can get a lot of good things from a friendship. You really can. You can, like Mountain Horse on here is my best friend, and she helps me get through some of my most difficult, rough times just by giving me somebody to talk to. But as an emotional teenager, you don't really get that. Your friends are cool and all, but you get more out of a relationship, right? So it's less of like how much you care about this person, more about like what all you want for yourself. So looking at it that way, a friendship instead of a relationship would be like settling. You're getting less, which is not what you want. But it's important to recognize the reason. If you want to be in a relationship with someone and you're not first and foremost concerned about what they want, you don't deserve to be in a relationship with that person. It's not about what you're getting. It's about how much you care about them, how much you respect them. And if they tell you they don't want to be in a relationship, and you keep pushing them for a relationship, you're not respecting them. You're not interested in what they care about, you're just about what you care about. That's my dad on that. Oh, wonderful. God, I really don't want to get super into it, what I am specifically, but it's like, just because it's a long story, I hate explaining to you guys about myself, but yeah, I don't have romantic feelings towards people anymore, but I used to, and so I at least understand what that is, but I think it helps now. You just gotta care about people. But yeah, B, I appreciate you for hanging out with me like you have. I apologize if my brain's not all here today and I have either not been making sense or said some unfortunate things by mistake. I care about you and I hope you get some good rest. Just a weird day for me. My head's not all together, so I apologize. But thank you for keeping me company and being otherwise fantastic. Mario, what are you doing? Just stop. going, Mario? Mario? Okay, I think he's moving backwards. Seems like it. Okay. Even if we got into the level like this, it wouldn't do us any good. So we may as well wait for it to run out while we're in the overworld where we... I say can't die. That's not true either, is it? Where we're less likely to die. At the very least, there's no bottomless pits out here, so I guess that's nice. Okay. Mario, just...
Let go.
Oh, goodness, yeah. So like I was saying, I used to be a very not good person.
Mamma mia.
Red cloud on that wall is looking so much more ominous than it used to. Oh, God. So I'm just very not happy about that. It's just, like, that's not the main regret I live with, but that's a big one. The me from high school, I treated a lot of people in a way that I shouldn't have.
It's me,
I think about that all the time.
Hello. Okie dokie.
Cause yeah, the goal is you take that regret, cause we all make mistakes, I'm not saying we don't, you take that regret and you use it as motivation to do better. And that takes a lot of strength, right? Even recognizing that you made those mistakes shows growth.
Hello.
And it's not easy to change, but at the same time, you never do get to undo the things you've done, so change it if you can. That's great, and I'm proud of you for that, but things you do, you don't get to ever undo them. And besides that, something I'm always considering, if you do wait until something bad happens to you before you decide to change and be a better person, you never get to really know why you're a better person. I like to think I've had a lot of bad things happen to me, so I choose not to cause that in other people. Like, I know what it's like to go through bad stuff, so I choose not to put other people through those bad things, is the nice way to look at it. Inversely, guilt is a very powerful motivator. If you wait until something bad happens to you, wait until you do something bad before you realize you need to change, then you could very well just be doing good things because you feel guilty and you want to
Hello.
be forgiven for those things.
Okie dokie.
Because like I said, you can't undo those bad things. So, how else do you forgive yourself besides doing a bunch of good things to make up for it? So you never know why you're doing those good things, whether you just want other people to have it better than you had, or you're just trying to make up for it. Anywho,
It's me, Mario.
apologize, it's a very weird day for me.
Hello. Okie dokie. I'm tired. I'm tired.
No. No matter what I did there, I'm screwed because if I won the Pong, as soon as I touched that
It's me,
the
Mario.
move stick, it was gonna send me back downstairs anyway. Alright.
Okie dokie.
I don't know how much I like I mean, I've never played Minecraft. For all I know, I could get really into it, but I've just never seen the appeal. As far as I know, there's nothing in it that I would like to do. Like, it very much is a create your own projects kind of thing, right? And I just consider it me being uncreative, but I can't think of anything to do in there. But you know, I've never tried, so I could be wrong about that. Felt the same way about Stardew at first, and I got addicted to that. Are we really fighting Final Bowser? Really? Okay, well, we grabbed him, but the game turned our grab button into a catch on fire button, which is very unfortunate. I'm just gonna. Nematody, good morning.
Hey, Mario.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Hello.
We were. Last time we chatted, it was Stardew, right? I do believe. I'm trying to remember. We were talking about. Oh, you were. It was you that posted the Dagoth wave, right? Unless I'm wildly mistaken. Because there was something I wanted to. Yeah, okay. There was something I wanted to chat with you about, and I had to like kind of re-go over events in my head to see which one it was. I'm gonna be honest. I've had that stuck in my head almost constantly since I listened to it. I went up and brought up the hour-long version so I wouldn't have to keep hitting the start over business. It won't leave my head, Nematody. I'm dying. It is, and I don't know why, and I love it, and it's upsetting. I mean, I'm happy about it, but like, oh, it just will not leave my brain. And I'm getting like, no, you're fine. It's a good thing. It's a good song. It's just like I've been listening to it on repeat ever since. But it's really good. To the point where like we were talking about how much I was like wanting to play Morrowind. I've been thinking about that. I've been wanting to even more now because like I'm really wanting to get back into it. I've got to figure out how to get that to work though. But I'm probably going to do it even sooner than I was going to because of that. I wanted to let you know I appreciate you for posting that. It's been just something it's been trapped inside my brain ever since. Oh, good. My only problem with doing the Morrowind thing right now is because I have it on Steam. The problem is I can't, for whatever reason, seem to open it in windowed mode. No. It was right there. We were right there. Nematody, I'm dying. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark. I haven't got a star yet. I've made the claim that we have to get at least 1 star every stream, so really hoping. Alright. We're getting there. So I have to figure out how to open it in windowed mode, but I'm really looking at the moment I figure that out, we're getting that going. I just like I said, I was mentioning the rules for the we called it the Drunken Blur Challenge. Really? And I do want to like modify the rules a little bit. I want to see exactly what the rules are going to be. But the main one is, yeah, anytime you encounter any form of alcohol, you have to consume it, whether you pay for it or have to steal it or whatever. That's always been the main rule, but everything else is kind of like nebulous. So kind of, I want to see about how that goes. I think Bella's at my door now too. Give me one moment. Cat dad stuff. Nope, just me hearing things because, I don't know, list of reasons probably. Ooh. Brief intermission. I'm going to take another sip of coffee before we try to tackle this mountain again. Alright. This is very frustrating. I was within a long jump distance of 2 stars when I fell off that top part. But the way this game controls, I would not have been able to pull that off. There's no way. So that makes it frustrating. There's several really easy stars in this level. We just cannot get to them. Alright. The Chuck you fell off the mountain, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Like, I didn't know he could. But at the same time, like, yeah, I suppose everything else can get, like, thrown around. It switched my jump and my punch. Okay. Can I go this way? Can I just go this way? I mean, that wasn't the difficult part though, was it? Okay, well. It really does make more sense to go this way, just depending upon you using this gust of wind. And it doesn't always work, but this is absolutely a shortcut. This part is the difficult part. So anytime we don't get to see that area there, let's just take the death, because right next to that gust of wind shortcut, there's a life. So as long as we grab that life every time, we're not going to get a game over. It's just if we're no longer able to see that bridge, there's not much we can do. What number are we on? 4, I believe. Are we on 4? Yeah, we would have been. Okay, yeah. I try to remember which number we're on. I still can't seem to figure out how to set those up where they're automatic, so you'll periodically hear my alarm go off, and that's me remembering to post. I call them kindness reminders because I'm just a very cheesy person, but fine, just why can we never see the bridge? Why is that? Is the mushroom just gone? Sure, fine, just fine. I'm dying. Oh, recipes. I guess memes and links or other. Honestly, anywhere besides the pet pics, just don't do that. Follow your heart. Okay. But yeah, probably like the other or links.
Mario.
Appreciate you asking though. Anywhere that I wouldn't want it, I don't think the community has access to posts, so like schedule and stuff, besides that. Because I've been looking forward to that. Honestly, I'm just happy that you've decided to bless me with, really. I've been blessed with recipe. Okay, well. I'd like to share. I mean, I could post one too. Like I said, we used to have a recipe channel, and I was a big fan of it, and I miss it. But like, yeah, you know, people just weren't into it. You got to not take it like if you're streaming and doing stuff like that, you got to not take it personally when people don't like your ideas as much as you do, because that's how it works. Disappointed, but you know, no hard feelings, you know. Whoop, whoop. Okay, give one good attempt because like you can use that Shy Guy to get across that gap really easy. And then after that it's just like very unfortunate. Really? Mario, please don't. We're back up here. No, no.
Mamma mia! It's me, Mario! Hello!
Okay. So we are 17 seconds short of that time, you know, that 2-hour mark I mentioned. So I'm going to use that as an excuse. We're going to go one more attempt. One more attempt. Tall Mountain. Because we got up to that ridge twice. And on that ridge, you're nearly close enough to punch a star. Like 2 of them. No worries, I'm actually excited about it because I love having things to look forward to. I say that a lot, but it's nice to have exciting stuff and holding off on it for a little bit. That is nice. So I'm looking forward to that after stream, you know. Really would like to trade some recipes. Like I said, I did that whip. I did that cooking stream a while back. Okay. Alright, now let's pick out a better level. I did say one more attempt, and I gotta start like doing the things I say.
Me, Mario!
But I did the cooking stream a while back, and if nothing else, I could gift you the dessert recipe I had, because like I said, it's just 4 ingredients and it's very easy. It's one of my favorite desserts to make. Really rich, really sweet, but also like fruity. So that's tasty. Actually, let's see if we're going to be going after one. Let's see which ones are available. Big Boo's Haunt is still there. No. Hazy Maze Cave needs to be 100 coin star. Shifting Sandlight, we're not going back there. So we really are limited to like... God, yeah, I don't know if there's any easy ones left. This is... Let's go to Tiny Huge Island, I guess. When I said I was going to switch levels, like... There's no easy ones left. So no matter what I'm doing, it's gonna be spicy. This one? I always get those doors confused every single time without fail. It is the wildest thing. I'm like, I go up to the door, I'm like, is this the right one? No, it was the other one I did last time, so then I switch them and it always ends up being the exact same thing. No matter how many times I try to think like, well, last time I did that one and it was wrong, it always ends up that way. Tip top of the huge island, right. It's a very easy star to get. You'd have to be an absolute just buffoon not to be able to get that star, right? Oh, here we go. Grow my own veg. Hey, I'm a big fan of that. See, like, fruits are just harder to grow, though. You need, like... Fruits are hard to grow. Well, most fruits. Because, like, tomatoes, fruit. Cucumber, fruit. Like, the sweet kind of fruit. I get that. Short of, like, an apple tree or something, but it's not easy to grow a tree.
Me,
At the very
Mario.
least, it takes a while.
Hello.
But I'm 100% behind growing vegetables.
Okie dokie.
Typically, I have a garden of my own because cucumbers are nice, carrots are nice. Tomato plant. They smell really nice and they're good for stuff. Make salsa. All kinds of wonderful things. Big fan of growing tomatoes. And if nothing else, you're more inclined to eat vegetables when you're growing them yourself. So, besides that, yeah, you get the sense of pride when they get done too. So it's like all kinds of good reasons to do some vegetable stuff. We have herbs and spices. Ooh.
Let's go.
That's exciting. Sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on that way, so that's very nice. Whip, 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 whip. Okay. Sure. Mario, can you? Okay. But, herbs, I've got some here, not as many. I grow them inside by the window. But they're just, thyme and marjoram and, what was it? Oregano. They're very good. Good for soup. Can you not jump? Are you just refusing to jump? Can't jump now?
Here we go.
It let me save. Oh my god. That's our 1 star that we were required to get today. So everything else is just extra. I will try to get some more because like I said, there's several stars in these levels that are easy to get. The game just refuses to let us get them.
Let's go.
Alright, so what do we got left? Besides the game gives and it takes away.
Mamma mia.
The fact that it gave us moon jump for that, just, yeah, that's why we got that star so easily. We just jumped to the top. And that one's much easier to get if you go into the level, the small version. Well, that is our 1 star minimum. I would love to get another one, but we'll see. We're just gonna do the best we can. You said you have tomatoes outside your window, so I've got to think you know what I'm talking about when I say it. Like the plant itself smells nice. Because I promise, I'm like, if you've never smelled a tomato plant, I probably sound like a lunatic right now. I promise, they smell nice. It's weird. It's one of my favorite smells. Just the smell of a tomato plant. It's very, I don't know, for whatever reason, makes my brain happy. So, I'm so tempted to go to Tall Mountain because some of those stars are very easy, but we just have not been able to do it. Like,
I'm tired.
we spent so much time in that level, we couldn't get any of them. But they're really good. What I like to do is take a tomato, just to sprinkle a little bit of salt on it, and just eat it. They're just so good, especially when they're fresh. Yeah, it's I don't know whether it's just how open they are, how the produce itself has been picked for a little bit of time. It's no longer just like right off the plant. But you never get those wonderful tomato smells from... Really, Mario? Really? Yeah, just, I don't know. It could be a lot of things. I don't know, if you go to a grocery store, I don't know how long it's been since the produce was picked, so that's probably also a factor. Oh my god, really? That's fine. I forgot to check which stars we already had in here, and he is still tripping. Oh god, Mario, I will destroy you, Mario. I will find you. Okay. Tip of the island, collect the product flower, right? So I mean, I guess from there let's list off the other ones. Rematch with Koopa the Quick, 8 reds, Wiggler, 5 secrets. Yeah, right. Yeah, this level is a 5 secrets, right? Yeah. Oh, none of those are gonna be fun. All right. Well, if we got to the top of the island so easily last time, Wiggler shouldn't be an issue either, should he? Like, it's nearly the same process, but we go all the way up there as Big Mario, then turn into Small Mario, and then climb the rest of the way like we did. And then fight Wiggler, but once you're in that Wiggler room, it shouldn't be an issue at all. Shouldn't be. The game has a way of spawning killer green mushrooms and stuff. But short of like an instant death thing like that or quicksand, it shouldn't be an issue. Because there aren't even any bottomless pits in the Wiggler fight. And we all know he's not going to kill you. He just that'll never happen. Piece cucumber tomato. That is so nice though. Even flowers. Because I'm of the opinion if you're going to be growing stuff, you may as well have it be tasty stuff. But at the same time, gardening is still relaxing. And you still get that sense of pride you get when you grow something nice, and they do smell nice. So like, my preference is towards vegetables, but I think it's just a nice habit to get into. Hobby to get into rather. Apologize. Cucumbers are also really good to snack on. It's funny because when you grow them yourself, they end up with these little prickly parts on the on the outside that I didn't know was a thing until I start growing them myself. Well, this is terrifying. This isn't visual, they're all just doing that. Okay, there we go. Watermelons are good, they take up space because they grow on a vine and the vine travels. But those are also really nice. Like I said, any fruit you grow, it's really hard to grow a sweet fruit. Sweet fruits are always like weirdly hard to grow because like pumpkins, tomatoes, cucumbers, those are all fruit. But you know what I mean. A sweet fruit. So like apples, oranges, you need trees. Bugs get to them before you get to them. Watermelons grow faster, but they take up a lot of space because they grow on vines and the vines just kind of wander around. Very rewarding though. Free watermelon. Big fan of watermelon. I've got nice memories growing up. Going to visit Shiny and I. Strong Style Shiny. Let me give him a shout out. Nematodi, I think I asked you this before. Do you stream? Because if you do, I'd like to drop a link or something. I'm sure there aren't enough people. Like, don't get me wrong, I love each of you. I do. I'm not going to act like a shout out for me is going to be like this high-end recommendation, but I would like to, you know, I'm just doing the best I can. All I can do is recommend people. Whether or not anyone takes my recommendations seriously is another thing. But I'll try. I really would like to be supportive of my friends. Try to be. Guys, I got good news. If you're into drawing and occasionally video game streams, do I have a channel for you? Between you and me, I got the hookup for you. It's interesting to me how many Hive mates we have that do art streams. Even if you don't do them that frequently, we still have a few that do, and it's actually so cool to me. You are welcome. Appreciate you. Our mod Luxby does. We've got our new Hive mates, Sky Blue Kutch. Something similar. Also does art. So it's interesting.
Let's go.
I can't do art. Like the extent of my art ability is just I make the YouTube thumbnails. If you guys want to check out my YouTube, probably not great because really all it is I upload the whole VODs and I'm not gonna. I just don't think anyone is interested in showing up for a 3 or 4 hour long video of me playing a video game. Right. I could be wrong. It's just I don't have the ability to edit all of the videos I do. I kind of just throw them up on there as a way to save them. But I work really hard on the YouTube thumbnails if nothing else. If you want to browse that and check out some thumbnails, that would mean a lot to me. That sounds really exciting. I know Luxby does a lot of stuff for their friend, and oftentimes they'll stream that. Okay. Mario, what do you... Quicksand. Right. Fine, thank you. That's good. If you don't mind, because you're in the Discord now, we have a self-promo thing.
It's me, Mario.
If you do a stream for that, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a link in that self-promo channel, because I really would like to check it out sometime. I like seeing what it's like I like hopping into Hivemate streams, but like some of the art streams are very interesting because like as someone who I can't do that stuff myself, so it's actually really interesting for me to see, because like you watch people play video games, even if they're really good, you still like can look at it and figure out like I know what they're doing, I just can't do it myself. Whereas art, it's just like it's so interesting to me because I can't even begin to understand how you guys do that. And it's always so cool, like you start with just blank nothing and you create things, and that's just always been really, really interesting to me. Where am I? Wait, back in, okay. But yeah, appreciate you for that. And been meaning to get around to saying this otherwise. Originally it's intended to be a place where you can drop links to your own streams and stuff, but I've told people before, even if you don't stream it, if you like craft a particularly nice art thing or just something you're proud of, something you've made that you're happy about, put a picture or a link in there too. It doesn't have to be a stream, you know? Just anything that you've done that you want to draw attention to. It's an opportunity for our friends here to be proud of themselves, you know? Humility is a wonderful thing, but you can also take pride if you do something nice. Nothing wrong with being a little proud of yourself. Why can't I? Am I just like frozen here? Because... Okay. So the camera just isn't moving. It's been locked in this place, right? That's what's happening. I'm still moving, the camera's not. Yeah, please do. Because I know, like, you don't even have to stream it. Like, if you've done something that you're really proud of, that's so cool for me. Like, I love seeing stuff like that. And like I said, we've got a few really nice artists in the Hive, and I'm just very happy about that. Nerd out over some art. And any opportunity I get to tell my friends just how rad they are.
It's me,
But also, you said, commission thing about. Okay, commission thing you're working on. Imatodi. I don't know the best way to phrase this because it seems insufficient, but you're wonderful. That is very kind of you. Yeah, it's not easy losing a pet like that, yeah. It is a horrible, horrible thing people go through, and that's just so good of you to do.
It's me,
So like from the bottom of my heart, that is, you're fantastic. This is another thing I say all the time, and I want you guys to know I mean it every single time. I really do think we have some of the kindest, goodest people in this community. Like, that's so good of you to do. My number one thing I appreciate in people is their kindness. So that's just my heart. I'm starting to tear up thinking about it. I am actually a little bit, because that's actually just so sweet of you. Like, that's what I mean. We gotta be looking out for each other. It's tough out there. Bad things happen to all of us. We need to be able to, like, we might not be able to fix each other's problems, but we need to be there for each other, you know? It's hard. A lot of the time. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that then. Ooh, okay, now he's moving backwards, right. How did you... Just let me die. I myself am a pet parent, you know that about me. I've got 3 cats, and periodically I think about how that's going to have to happen someday, and I'm really upset about it. And it hasn't even happened yet. So yeah, I get that. But I'm sure we've had the conversation. I apologize. I'm drawing a blank. In what your pets are like, what kind of pets you have. Dark Witch of Dream. See, you mentioned kind people. There you go. How are you doing today, friend? I hope you're doing well. Chatting with Nematode, the wonderful person that they are, and we're dying a lot. In the video game, not in real life. Okay. We good? Okay. Aww. Puppies. Big fan of puppies. Never ended up with any because, well, originally I moved away from home to live with my girlfriend at the time. And the place we were renting didn't let us have dogs, so I got her a cat. That's Miles. Okay, Miles, my sassy black cloud of a cat. I love him dearly, but he really doesn't get along with dogs. Cats hardly get along with other cats.
It's me, Mario.
And so since then, I just well, there's a story about how I adopted each of them, so it's just, yeah. I just ended up with all cats. Puppy memories. Because that is just a thing. Like, you can't help that, and that's a sad thing that has to happen and people go through, but they bring you so much kindness and love and happiness, you know? Like, I say all the time, on my worst days, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have, like, Miles will just, like, climb onto my lap and refuse to leave, and they make your hard days easier. Yeah, no, I mean, nothing wrong with that. You got puppies. And I'm sure they're very fortunate to have you as their parent because you seem like obviously I don't know you personally, you seem like you'd be a very good dog parent. And this one really great streamer that I follow. Hold, let me drop a link into the chat. This one really great streamer that I follow happens to have a adorable bunny. So in case you want to stop by sometime to see some good streaming and a bunny. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Oh, gotcha. No, Miles is a support animal too. Gotcha. So I understand that completely, because they really do help on with difficult goings on. My eyes just skimmed over the first time. Like it just refused to process what I read. Her name is Precious. That is, oh, that's adorable. Oh my God, thank you for that. That is the sweetest thing. What is it now? Is that number 4? I gotta think that's number 4. Is it? Hold on. You think I'd keep track of these? Nope, number 5. See? I need a better way to do this. There we go. I'm still fighting with Streamlabs to do these automatically. So I set an alarm, and it's the jankest thing, but yeah, it works. Call them kindness reminders, because everything I do has to be cheesy. Alright. But speaking of, actually, I'm still trying to work on, hey, I'm glad. Try to do nice things, let you guys know that you're appreciated. Yeah, it's, sometimes people need to be reminded, you know, you have bad days. I want you guys to know, one, there's several messages, but I'm proud of you. You need to stay hydrated, and some of them are kind of like me trying to push my own stuff off on you, but I mean, I'm allowed to drop a link to our charity. It's fine. We try to raise money for the ASPCA. As far as like regular stream does, we've actually gotten together $140 for the ASPCA, and a while back I did a charity stream, and we raised a little over. You okay, Mara? We raised a little over $500 for that, and I've been very happy with that. It was a good time. I actually have the VOD of that, I just haven't uploaded it to the YouTube yet. I picked her up the first time I saw her. Oh. That is, oh man. That makes my heart happy, thank you. Miles, I've had him since he was a little kitten. He does the same with me. If he'll get in a mood where he's very needy, he just demands attention. So he'll just yell at me until I pick him up. And then the moment I pick him up, he just relaxes and closes his eyes and starts purring. But like, that was very rude. Okay. But the way I hold him, it's like he's on his back with his front paws. Like you rock him in your arms like a baby, and he'll fall asleep if I hold him like that for long enough. It's just, he makes my heart smile. And actually, speaking of smile, sometimes I call him Smiles because it rhymes with Miles, and he makes me smiles. Guys, we call that a shortcut. Can I jump? You're gonna let me jump? Thank you. Don't know what's happening. Oh, God, stuff's still coming at me. Alright, well. Okay. I'm just gonna let whatever's happening happen. Whatever's happening happen. Because, like, I've got no idea what's going on. Just in general, in my day-to-day life, I mean. No idea. Ellie loves to snuggle, but she's always so wired. She's always so full of energy. She loves to, like, love up on you, but she's never in one place for too long. She's always running. She's always finding something to play with. She's just... Call her my proud hunter. But Miles is a cuddler. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's alright. Okay. Why not? Are you alright? I feel like, you know, you okay? You wanna talk about it? You and Peach okay? Everything alright at home? He's taking it real rough since Luigi died in Smash Brothers. It was the worst. It was just, yeah, you know. Okay. Hey. You know what we haven't been doing? Let's mess around with Mario's nose. Because this title screen, you can actually, like, play around with Mario. Mario, could you sit still for a second? I'm trying to do an art. Your left ear goes that way. Your right ear also goes that way. Mustache? Mustache? Mustache. And then you let go of the button. Wait, hold on. Hold up. Lovely. But no, yes, okay. I appreciate your guys' company. Nematodi, Dark Witch, you're both fantastic. So I appreciate the company. It'd be tough out there. And the other way around, I hope you guys are having a nice day, or I hope if you're not, it gets better, because, you know, it can always get better. Appreciate it for that. I'm out here doing the best I can. Try to be a good friend. Make people happy. But no, yes, okay. So yeah, joking aside, Dark Witch has a adorable bunny. I've been working on because right now in the Discord I've got a puppy emote and a kitty emote. Trying to add a bird one and a bunny one, but I can't get them just right. It's driving me crazy. I can't get them just right. I'm working on it. I'm not an artist, so it's like very not ideal. But all of my emotes are like intentionally like derpy looking, like they're not great looking by design, because that makes them easier, and they like if I'm able to do them myself. Derpy looking emotes, I like to think they're cute. I find. So I just do them in Microsoft Paint and I just have a good time.
It's me, Mario.
Oh.
Hello.
I just get really excited. That's wonderful. Ellie's the same way. Like I said, she loves to play, but they get really excited. Bella, she doesn't play with very many things at all. For the longest time, I couldn't find something for her to play with. But my ponytail ties, my hair ties, she loves those so much, and I do not know why. Like nothing else, just those. I'll throw one and she just goes into full attack mode. No worries, I appreciate you. The fact that, I mean, you've said some very kind things about my emotes in the past, so that means a lot. As simple as they are, you wouldn't think I put a lot of time into each of them. I like, or Mountain Horse and she's an actual artist. So like her contributions, much better than mine. But at the very least with how simple they are, I can contribute. Try to. I try to. I'm glad. They're meant to be derpy but cute or funny. You know. That was an exciting moment for me. Like, I considered myself an actual legitimate streamer for the first time when I had emotes. Like, reaching affiliates was cool and all, but when I uploaded that first emote, oh man. It was a big moment for me. And I hear Twitch is doing this thing. They're it's like the beta version right now. It's only so many people have access to it. But they're doing what's called follower emotes. So like you don't have to pay for them. They're just emotes that you get by following a streamer. So like for you, if someone weren't subscribed, they could still like have those emotes for free. But like you can only use them within that channel, which is the downside. But I think that's still really cool, because as much as I appreciate every sub and gift sub, like I genuinely do, in my heart, if I could let you guys just have emotes for free, I absolutely would. Don't like people having to pay to, like, because I consider each of you guys my friends. The fact that you have to pay to use my emotes kind of makes me feel weird. But you guys are kind enough to subscribe anyway. It'd be tough out there. Whip, whip. All right. All right. No, oops, don't. That wasn't even the game. That was just me being dumb. Okay, well. No. Oh, okay. Nope. Okay, Mario. Oops. Mario. Just Mario. Could you please? Okay, nailed it. Perfect. His A and B button are rapidly changing back and forth. Is the issue here? Okay. Guys, we're getting it. Alright. No. Okay, that's fine. Please let me move. Please let me move. No. The game's just being mean to me right now. No. So when it's doing that thing where it randomly cycles through camera, I can't control Mario. I was just forced to stand there and wait for the guy to come over and grab me. I was like 10 feet away from that star. The game be spicy today, let me tell you. Today Chaos Mario's going hard. Oh my. Shortcut. Please don't do that again. Okay. Did it again. Game? That was the one thing I specifically told you not to do. Alright, bird in the hand's worth two in the bush, so let's keep going. Okay. Mario? Mario, could you... Awful windy in this little castle, Got a draft. Okay. Mario, I feel like you're fighting me on this. It's a team effort, okay? You gotta work with me here, alright? I don't know why I'm so upset with Mario. He's not having a good time either. Alright. Right. Fantastic.
It's me, Mario.
Boy, you said it, Mario. Alright.
Hello.
Hey. In fact, you know what? Hold on. Mess around with Mario's face a little bit more. I need to collect myself, gather my thoughts, drink some more coffee.
Hello.
Besides the fact that those sleeping pills are kicking in. Give me a moment to adjust. Wonderful. Alright, Mario, just... You okay? So his face really just stops spinning. It's like he's looking off to the left. I don't know if I ever knew that. Because now he's like stuck in that spot. So I wonder if we grabbed one of his features if he was facing away from us like in the middle of that spin. I mean, hold on. Mario, wake up. Buddy, stop. Alright, let's get back into it.
Okie dokie.
Yes. I mean, I could drop some more cat facts, I suppose. I don't have cat facts as a point purchase, so I don't have to charge you guys for those. Unlike B facts, I got, you know, as much as I like sharing knowledge, you know, I can't destabilize the B fact economy. They'll send a hitman to my residence, break my knees. That, big B-fact corporations. They don't take lightly that kind of stuff. Cat facts, though, cat facts don't have... There's no big cat facts lobby giving money to Congress to pass laws. Alright, yep. You can tell my brain's not all here anymore. Oh man, I'm sure none of that made sense. Okay, well, let's keep going. But no, cat fact, yes. Stray adult cats don't meow. Cats meow to get their mother's attention, typically because they're hungry. So kittens meow. But as they get older, their mother weans them off of that by ignoring them. They meow when they want something, and their mother eventually weans them off of it. But house cats continue to do so because we never do that. We always respond to them. They meow, we respond. They never learn to stop. And that's why adult house cats meow and strays don't. Guys, I think no one's home. Okay. Door? Knock it off. Can I do one of these? Ah! No. Okay. Mario! I know a weird amount of cat trivia.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
So excuse me if periodically I just toss out cat facts.
Okie dokie.
Oh my. Oh, dang. I've said this before multiple times actually, but like, you know, animals still make their noises. They're not actually talking. They don't have their own secret language. They're just, you know, they make the noises that they make as an animal. A dog barking doesn't have like no secret meaning behind it. They're barking at each other. But by and large, animals will use body language to communicate with each other, and cats are the same way. They'll lift their tail straight up in the air as a way of letting you know that they're friendly. They don't mean you harm. You'll see cats approach each other that way, with their tail up. It's the human equivalent of walking up to someone with your hands visible, so they know you don't mean them harm. But besides that, it really is interesting to me some of the things that they do, the way they communicate like that. Oh my. It's really looking like we're gonna have this be a 1-star stream. Oh my. Okay, yeah. Much faster the other way around. I'm going to really try for that Wiggler star though. We're gonna see. See how that goes. If not, if it doesn't happen today, that's fine. That's what we're working on right now. We're gonna see if we can get that Wiggler star by the end of the stream. Mario, just please stop. Mario, oh my God, Mario, you're drunk. Go home. Wait for the camera to start responding again. Please, thank you. Okay, well, the camera's been fighting us so hard. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, and he's doing that turny thing. You look at that walkway there. Yeah, Mario's making a hard left right now. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay. Alright. You alright, guys? I'm feeling very attacked right now. Okay. Guys, knock it off. Alright. Mario, I love you. You're making it very difficult right now. So, we've got 85 stars to go. Or, we got 85 stars, right, so far. We've got 35 more we need to get. What is wrong with me? Why would you ever decide to do all 120 stars in this? Anarchy and chaos. Oh no. It's fine. You know? Alright. Mario. This has been a journey. Those 85 stars, let me tell you. Well, Mario. I will attack you, Mario. That's a threat. Not doing any of this. That's about how this game works. This game treats your button pushing as a suggestion, and it rarely listens.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
tell you, Mario, he keeps bonking his head off blocks and eating mushrooms. Eventually, something like this was bound to happen. His mind is just rebelling against him. Pretty sure this is all in his head. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to. Oh goodness. Yeah, if we have anyone here after stream, I really would like to do a raid because we recently got a new raid emote that I'm very eager to try out. It's not there yet, but it's in the library there, so really all I need to do is toggle it on. But Mountain Horse and I recently did a this game is being so mean today. We did a raid emote I'm really excited to use. It's like, yeah, everyone else has a raid emote. Your boy Bees needed to get one too. Could you please just stop? Just It be like that sometimes. Mario, you're alright. Whoa, my. Nailed it. Speedrun strap. There is the. You can mess with my camera all you want, as long as you don't like throw me off the level. Okay. Alright. The pipe got tired and decided to lay down. I'm trapped in purgatory. This is my life now. Okay. He's doing this thing where he's alternating between metal and not metal, so I can't control him. Okay, there we go. If he's in the water and he turns metal, there's a moment in time where you can't do anything, and with it going back and forth like that, it just kept redoing that moment over and over again. I couldn't do anything. Oh, Mario, I'm assuming the water needs to be drained again, right? Because life's not fair. No, it's actually drained. Oh my, wow. Cool. Happy about that. Mario, could you please stop ground pounding? You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Okay, well, okay, fine, sure. Like, far be it from me to tell you how to do your job, but also knock it off. What are you even doing? What are you doing? It's like my button pushes don't seem to have any effect on the direction he's going right now. So I guess, earthquake? Got one of them earthquakes. Okay. Mario. I know. I'm just gonna wait for him to calm down. You know, Mario, it feels like you're fighting me on this. Now I know what you may be asking yourself. You're like, Bees, hold on. When you say Chaos Edition, what do you mean? What exactly about this situation is chaos? I do not know. It's a good question. I'm not going to answer you, but it's a good question. Why? And I can't even reset because we drained the water up top. That like, no, we're like halfway done. Why? When he touches the water, it does the. He treats it as if he's landing in water. You see the splash? But then he's walking under it after the splash. So like, I can't swim and it prevents me from double jumping. Like both. Mario, just. Mamma mia. Remember, we only got 35 more to go. We're getting there. Bowser's trembling. Scared. Okay. Nothing wrong with this. Alright, we're nailing it, and then we die. Okay. Mario? Okay, you alright? Mario's drunk. Alright. Guys, I think there might be something wrong with my copy of Mario 64. I think that's 6. Actually, I think we only have 6. So that might be the last one. Actually, no, I'm kind of curious. Is 7? Does 7 have one? I don't believe it does. Okay, alright, okay, 6. So I've been meaning to add more, but I guess I haven't got around to it yet. Extra gravity today. It's a lot of extra gravity today. Kinda mad. Forecast called for rain, so I brought an umbrella. Turns out we just have extra gravity. Umbrella doesn't help for that. But also, weirdly, it doesn't hurt, I suppose. Okay. Camera. Oh god, okay. Camera. If you're ever in a situation where the game won't let you jump, typically you can backflip. That also seems to... Okay, well, can I dive into it? I can't. So you can't even... There we go. He just didn't dive for whatever reason. Just gotta look at all your options, you know? Game stops you from jumping. You dive into a painting. Because that requires the punch button. So the one right above me should be showing up. So if I could, I would love to jump into that one instead. There it is. Nope, no, no! Oh. I keep going into the wrong pipe. I need that one. But also, like, I still can't jump. Or can I? Are they just gonna overlap each other? If I jump into one of them now, what would happen? There's 2 pipes that take you to a different place. They're overlapping. Oh, no, don't die. We're doing science. So it just didn't take us anywhere. They just they canceled each other out somehow. Okay. Why not? Sure.
Me, Mario.
I mean, if you say so, but I have my doubts.
Okie dokie.
Gotta say, Bowser's on his A game today. We only got 1 star so far. But, you know, that's 1 star more than we started with, so we're making progress. Small progress is still progress. I'm gonna be streaming for the rest of time, so like, yeah, eventually we'll get it. Like, not today, but just, you know, in general. Mario, thank you.
Let's go.
I'd like to be mad, but this is just so fun. This is hilarious. Don't give like objectively as an observer. Hilarious. Having to actually play it like that's still kind of rough, but you know, I'm able to take a step back and recognize that yeah, this is funny. Mario, just, Chaos is being extra mean to us today. Right, and remember, that's not visual, they're actually doing that. You can tell because of the switch, just kind of relocated me. So we only have 2 options here, really. It's like, if we don't wait for the boxes to stop spinning, there's just no way to do this. But, there we go, hey. We call that a visual aid. The next thing I was about to say is, we can wait for it to run its course, but the game could just kill us before that happens, and then it killed us before that happened. So there's a certain strategy because, like, oftentimes the game becomes just, it's still doing it. The game just absolutely becomes unplayable, but you have to be very choosy about waiting for the effects to run off, because at any point in time the game could just pull the plug and be like, nope. Still tripping. Still they're still doing that. I'm not upset about it. Can't prove I'm upset about it. Nope, no, it's fine. It's okay. Kind of, you know. But if I were upset about it, hypothetically, I like to think you guys would understand. You know, in a situation, unlike this one where I am upset, I like to think I would have just cause. Okay, didn't do that. Oh, life's a circus and I'm the clown. Bowser microwaved the carpets before we got here, that fiend. The floor's extra spicy today.
Mario. Hello.
Alright. is weird. I woke up so much later than I had intended, and it's still daylight outside. So like, there's a very weird dichotomy in my brain where it's like, I recognize like it's both day and nighttime at the same time. 8 p.m. Right? But also I just woke up and it's sunny out, so it's just very weird. I hadn't intended to sleep as late as I did. I went to sleep at 1 a.m., which is early for me. And then they start doing that exact same thing right when I get over here. I reset the game. The code had ended. When you reset, the code ends. It just started doing it again. It knows exactly what to do. This game is hurting me inside. Oh. Right. I went to bed at 1 a.m. expecting, because I've been enjoying streaming earlier. But a combination of all of the sleeping pills and depression. Apparently, I slept for 15 hours. So that was weird. Short break. Miles came over. Hey, sweetie. I love you too. Boop. All right. Cutie bug. Hey. I know you still got sleepy eyes. I know. Hey. He woke up and he just wanted to snuggle. I don't like it when you play with my microphone, but also I guess there's worse things you could be doing. Hey. All right, Miles. I love you. Ooh. It's okay. Thank you. Oh, it just means I get a reset. Because I wasn't really looking forward to fighting with that door for 10 minutes. This game loves to make it so you can't go through doors. Gonna give Wiggler a few more tries and then we're probably gonna head out if I can't get that done. Because it is just, whoa. It is significantly more difficult than usual. And it's usually difficult. But I don't think we've ever gone... Yeah, we've never done a Chaos Mario and only gotten 1 star. So this is going to be a first. It's just, because we were getting the easiest ones first. Just how you play the game. So, like... as we get stars, it just means the remaining stars are going to be more and more difficult. So we've reached a point where there's just the rest of the stars left. All of them are just going to be so hard that getting 1 per stream is going to be the goal. And it will be a victory if we do. Miles, go lay down. If you're going to attack my keyboard and... oh my god, you just clicked off the game. I love him with all of my heart. He drives me crazy. Because I would love for him to be able to lay on my desk, because he loves to climb on my desk when I'm streaming. But every time he does, he just climbs on my keyboard, knocks my mouse off the desk, clicks away from the game. I tell you, he loves to snuggle, but if he's ever not getting enough attention, he's atrocious. I can't see Mario, so it's just like, got no idea if he's about to get knocked off the ledge or not. Landed in quicksand. Oops, don't do that. What did they just say? But we did get a star today, so going forward, I mean, it's very not exciting, but if we get 1 star every stream, okay, eventually we'll get there, right? I just missed the stream a while back when we got like 11 stars or something like that. Yeah, we had a stream where we got like 11 stars, or maybe not 11, I don't know, 9? Actually, 9 maybe, yeah. At least 9, I know that. It was a wonderful stream. That was the first stream after we unlocked the basement. We were just like, grabbing so many stars. See, if the level cooperates, it's very easy. Like look at that. I can see the starting point from here. It's just, it's being very mean about the codes it's giving me. I can't, like, I only have to go a very short distance. It's still like, yeah, it's still very hard to go that short distance. So that's what I mean, like, some of the easiest stars in this game. Fine. We drain the water at least, we gotta get back up there. The issue is Mario's doing this now. Yeah, some of the easiest stars in the game we just cannot get because this game is a monster. It did the thing where it rapidly pauses and unpauses, combined with the code that tosses me out of the level when you unpause, and then the code that kills you when you pause. All at the same time. Yeah, it's Chaos Mario chose violence today, and it is just, it isn't going easy in the least. Alright. Like, 2 more tries, I guess, but like 2 more attempts getting into the level. If we die, if we haven't made it into the level, I'm not counting that, but 2 more attempts, and I think that's gonna be it. It's weighing upon me. This game's draining me inside. Alright. Why would you? Okay, whip, 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 whip. Another Amber. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. If there's anything I could do about it, I would. Personally, I just can't sleep ever unless... I mean, I require handfuls of sleeping pills to sleep. So I understand how frustrating that is. Being tired, not being able to sleep. No, no. I could have just ground pounded and we wouldn't even need to be up there ever again. Didn't matter if we got thrown off the top, if we would have just ground pounded.
Hello.
We lost our high jump at the exact moment we needed to use it. Mario, how are you even moving like this? Like how? Ah! I mean, like I say, if you guys ever just want to hang out, I'm always here. Be happy to keep you company until you fall asleep. I'd love to do a pivot jump to get up there, but he's doing this thing where the camera's locked behind him. Is he though? Did it stop? It stopped. And then we died anyway. Or not. Okay. Fine. Just... Mario! Mario? Just, oh my god. We need to get this star. After everything this game has put us through, we need to get this star. Oh, Jesus. Fine. Just, Right.
Mamma mia.
That's our first attempt. Here's number 2. I was gonna go to a bar before I realized that none of us drink. That's a good reason not to go to a bar, let me say. Sure. It's okay. No shame in that. It's nice to... Oh, wow. What are you doing? It's nice to have things to do with your partner. Oh, Jesus. Really? Give you $1 if you explain to me what's happening, because I don't know. Okay. Where is the pipe?
Thank you, Mario.
Well, it's supposed to be right here. Okay.
Game over. Mario.
Guys, we were in the level too long. We're getting towed. God. That was the furthest we've made it. Okay, hold on. Give me a moment. Need to be alone for a second. So, here's what we're gonna do. If it'll load. Boop. I mean, now it's like my computer's not even wanting to cooperate. Um, okay, there we go. Cool. So, I don't know. Alright, yeah, let's call it there. I said 2 more attempts, and this game is just beating me morally. It's stomping on my heart. Okay, we got a star today. We got a star today. Oh, we're gonna get there, but not today. Appreciate you guys. I really do. Amber, you're wonderful as always. Dark Witch, thank you for stopping by, hanging out. Nima Toady, likewise, you are fantastic company. Each of you. I think Big dipped out a while ago to hang out with Jackson, and there's been a couple other people. And that means a lot to me. The fact that you guys want to hang out with me while I die in a video game over and over again. So thank you for that. Hopefully, Amber, hopefully you get some good rest. Same goes for all of you when you get around to it. And yes, stay hydrated. Remember to be kind to yourself. Care about you guys.